So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to react into why the hell are so many young guys and just guys in general taking steroids? Because it's an actual epidemic, bro. Like, one thing I'm glad and I'm grateful for is that I'm sticking to the whole natty, the whole natural way. I'm staying natural the whole way, bro. I ain't never touching that shit. I am never gonna take the shortcut, right? To have the short. It's not short term gains, right? Look at people like Michael Hearn. He's been fucking look. He's on the gear, but he looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie, okay? But I'm not looking to shorten my life in any way. But anyway, today, today, today we're gonna react to why the people, or should I say, young guys, are taking so many steads. And this is from Josh Brett, by the way. He is at the moment. Well, there's a lot of people that I really like, but this guy. Let me just make sure his channel name is Josh Brett. Yeah, this guy. His editing, his videos. Make sure to check out his channel boys or girls or whatever. Let's get into it.
At 17 years old, why did it take you in hell?
Me and my friend hopped on at the age of 16 years old.
Just take steroids.
While I was pinning, my mom tried to open my door.
Is taking steroids at 15 really that crazy?
Child abuse. Where are your parents? You need to be investigated.
Turn up the volume, you might give the noise.
There's a rising trend that's worrying many fitness experts.
I only worked out for like a year. I was like, this, like, I'm taking steroids.
That's like kind of hilarious.
God. Sorry, man. Do you know how long? Do you know how many times I used to go to the gym, right? I used to go to the gym for like weeks, months, see no result, and then I would quit. And then I would come back. Same thing. No, go to the gym, quit. See no results, then quit. But the thing is, it's only in 2020 when I stuck to a routine, when I stuck to, well, being consistent with the diet, tracking my proteins at least. I never tracked my calories. I never really cared about that. But it's when I started doing these things, being consistent with the diet, consistent with the routine, consistent with progressively overloading. I think having a gym partner always helped me as well with the motivation. But it's these things that when I started sticking to it after a year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm like, oh, this is how the game's going to be. I can't believe people are training for a year and giving up. Bro, shit, you get me? Man's got a long way to go, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm here to work hard. Life's all about grind, bro. How you going to work out for 1 year and you're going to fucking take the short route, bro? Come on, the shortcut.
Hands at 17. Is that something that you're willing to do in the future? Whatever it takes?
Whatever it takes.
I completed the 30-day trend challenge, and the results might just shock you.
Follow my journey to an early grave. Yay!
But beneath the rage bait, something more disturbing is happening.
More teenagers than ever before are going to continue to abuse steroids.
These kids aren't acting alone. Many of the influencers you see online are just smaller cogs in a much larger machine, one that's quietly distributing PEDs to teenagers. To take a closer look, we infiltrated one of the many teenage steroid group chats, and what we found was deeply disturbing to say the least.
Damn.
To start,
Damn, I didn't even know there's like group chats and shit where people are selling it. See, that's the worst thing to come of it. Like, the thing is, having a community in anything's good, but if it's about fucking drugs or taking drugs, then it's not good. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be in a group where people are encouraging and people are doing this stuff, that's not good, man. Jesus, if someone's in this group and they're really young, then I can see why they did it. Although I'm not justifying it, I can see why the fuck they're doing it.
we made a TikTok account and set the age to 16, so we could start scrolling, liking whatever a gym-obsessed teen might like. While it started off tame, showing the well-known influencers you might expect, slowly, we're shown more and more hardcore videos, like normalized pinning in the gym, to before and after teen steroids.
I just want to say, fuck the whole algorithm, bro. I remember when back in my days, I don't know why I'm chatting like I'm some next 40, 30-year-old man. I'm talking like maybe 5, 10 years ago, bro. It wasn't all just algorithm built. It was just like you can scroll and just see the most random video on your feed. Nowadays, you've got an algorithm built for you, so that's peak, bro. If your feed is literally just constant people on steroids, the unattainable physique that people have because they're all on fucking roids, then I can see why these guys are on fucking steroids and why they keep comparing themselves and thinking 1 year training is not enough. You know what? I'm so glad I never stayed on the internet that long. Like, bro, when I started the gym, I was never on my phone that much, and well, TikTok wasn't that big, but still, I had, you know, Instagram and shit.
Transformations, with most of them spreading the same sentiment.
Seriously, don't blast.
Don't blast, bro.
Or you'll be super rich and successful.
Fuck off. Fuck off, mate. You know what? I need to find out what this... See, I hate people like this. Watch when he's 50, bro. Watch when he's 30, 40, 50. Trust me, bro. The amount of heart problems people have, the amount of people that die at a young age. You think... Listen, yeah. If you get rich and successful by taking steroids, and then obviously it transitions into you having a great physique, and then you have a great profile on the internet and blah, blah, blah. The only thing that's going to make you do is carry on taking steroids or even take a higher amount because of your fame. And then what happens then is your body becomes reliant on this shit, bro. Oh my God. You can't produce it on yourself. Like, how many young people do you have to die to realize that this is not worth it, man? See, it's kind of like gambling, yeah? You see, gambling, I've always said this to my friends because I've got a few friends who like are kind of addicted to gambling but don't even admit it. Look, the worst thing that can happen in gambling is winning. Once you win money is when you're actually addicted to the shit the most, because you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, bro. Like, once you're in this, you're in it, bro.
So be always happy and jacked. Because you could not handle this lifestyle, you little soy boy.
You incel?
Save all the steroids for
Mason.
Between 2020 and 2023, videos promoting steroids were viewed 420 million times by US users aged 18 to 24. The only reason we don't have data for younger users is because TikTok doesn't publicize those. At the same time, the stigma around PEDs has collapsed. Hollywood actors openly discuss steroid cycles, while fitness influencers normalize TRT.
Can I blast at the age of 17 to 18? For sure, like, what's stopping you? That's what I did.
To a teenager watching this, testosterone doesn't look dangerous. It looks normal, natural even.
Even so, TRT is still natural.
Add extreme looks maxing culture, and PEDs start to feel like a logical upgrade.
If you take a drug that makes you more disciplined, more jacked, more focused, more attractive, and suddenly you're public enemy number one.
To some,
he said controlled, but there's been lots of cases of people who've lost their anger, who've killed people, road rage. He said it makes you more beautiful. Fair enough, but there's been a lot of acne on the face. Like, not to sound rude or anything, but Sam Sulek's face. I'm not gonna lie, I watch Sam Sulek a lot, but nowadays when I watch his face, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'd gladly. I'm happy I didn't take steroids, bro, because his face is look. He's a very good looking man, but the acne, bro, it's fucked up his skin, man. And I'd rather have clear skin than the amazing physique he's got. I'm sorry, but that's just me.
It's baffling as to why you wouldn't take a concoction of drugs to get ahead as a teenager.
All the research is there, and it's really safe.
Oh, not clavicular. The guy that takes meth, for fuck's sake, man. The worst one of them all, bro. And he's so famous as well. So there's so many young people now that are like, oh, fuck it. Let me just take tests like this guy's saying. Guys, man, please don't take tests. Honestly, sometimes I feel like one of a kind. Like, I've said this to my friends before, like, I can't wait to get to the age of 30, 40, 50 and see how my life is. Bro, there's people like this that's like, yo, just do everything now, Bro, what the fuck, man?
Use these drugs.
Most aren't seeing the hospital visits or hormone crashes. They're seeing success, clout, and rapid results.
Yeah.
With the constant bombardment of this content and viral teenage steroid transformations, steroids stop feeling like an underground drug and start feeling like a shortcut to confidence. And it must work, right? We're seeing more and more teenagers putting up impressive lifts, looking like Belgian blue cows.
I did become enhanced at 17. Is that something that you're willing to do in the future?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it takes?
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. That's the mindset I had.
From what they've said, it's a magical fix-all, one that's way too easy to get your hands on. Now, what I'm about to show you, I don't want it to come across as a tutorial, which is why I'll blur details and link helpful resources below the video. But I want you to see just how quickly you can get sucked into the rabbit hole of PEDs as a teenager. Because when we were researching this trend, we found numerous more disturbing accounts
update. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I got a video of a guy talking about being 17 that he hopped on growth hormone. It had a lot of views. So I clicked on his profile because he linked it in the video, and it took me to a Discord server. And in this Discord server, they are selling cookies, anabolic cookies.
In this group, you find full price lists, step-by-step instructions on how to buy, and teenagers
But they're not actual cookies, right? I'm fucked in the head, right? I'm just not reading it right. Like, that's just like a code name for drugs, right? It's not steroid cookies, right? I'm not being a R word right now, am I?
teaching other teens which compounds to take.
So what I'm gonna do in this group is ask the same question, like, what do you guys recommend? I'm 17, I'm turning 18 years old, I've been training for 10 months. What would you recommend?
Just one swipe.
Oh my god, let me be. Oh my god, yo guys, I'm 17. I've been what? Yo, Thursday, I've been training for 10 months. My face is blurred. I want to get muscle faster. Oh my god, bro. Bro, do you know how many times I gave up in the gym because I couldn't get the result I wanted? Fuck, man. Like, you know what? One thing I keep saying to myself is I can't wait to have a son, bro. I can't, like, I don't know if I watch too much anime or something. I watch too much Dragon Ball Z, but bro, my son is going to be the perfect son. Now, don't get me wrong. We all make mistakes. My son is still going to make mistakes when he's older. But bro, like, the amount of things that I'm going to, like, bro, my son is going to walk into his school, his secondary school, high school, like a fucking elite person, bro. Like, it's gonna be like anime where all the girls are loving him, and he's like the fucking elite, best at studies, maths, English, best at sports. Like, oh my god, bro. I feel sorry for the younger generation, bro, because this is kind of like a symbolization of like how society is nowadays. Like, everything is about instant gratification. Everything's about just getting it now, get the bag now, do what I need to do to get the bag now. Nothing's about working hard, grinding hard. Nothing's about earning it anymore. Fuck.
18 years old, I've been training for 10 months. What would you recommend?
In just one swipe and 3 clicks, any teenager now has access to illegal anabolic steroids. All they have to do is put in an order.
I sent my picture over, and they said, oh, you look pretty good.
That's not
the guy responded, and I asked him, like, okay, yeah, thanks, but I'm trying to push it to the next level. Like, what do you recommend? And he proceeded to give me an exact recommendation on what to do and what to take and what he's doing right now, the exact dose that he is taking.
This is just one of the many teenage steroid group chats in a growing underground economy, and the advice they went on to give us was mental.
So he's not just taking PEDs, he's training people and sourcing juice for them at 17 years old.
Yeah, that 17-year-old Asian Donnie, I've seen him. Bro, that he is... I'm going to click the video and hopefully it shows him more, but this guy, I cannot believe this guy's taking steroids. This guy's taking steroids, and I used to look like that when I was 17, when I started working in the gym, bro. On my mum's life.
I wanted to try this experiment out for myself, and after sending "Hey guys," I already got a DM linking to what looked like the Amazon of steroids. And when I asked what I should take, along with a photo of myself around 14, he told me I was too young. Okay, good. But he still proceeds to give me a complete laundry list of instructions for using various substances, including Tren.
That escalated quickly.
Alongside Star Wars sounding peptides and drugs. Sure, most are virtually no long-term studies, especially with teenagers, but it's easy to see how a teenager can feel like they've done their research, especially when speaking to so-called experts like this. But often, these people are just teenagers themselves, trying to make some quick money or earn back the money they spent on PEDs. So the underage user becomes the supplier. Do you see the problem here? I got ID'd the other day for a white monster. It's easier to buy black market steroids.
Now, the problem with black market sources is unlike real labs, real drug companies, there's very little quality control.
And this can have grim consequences.
Do you know what's mad? I didn't take the COVID vaccine because I was like, I'm not putting that shit into my body. And then you got young guys being like, yeah, let me put this in my body. Don't even know, don't even do your research, don't do nothing. What the fuck?
if you're buying from the wrong places.
33-year-old Australian bodybuilder who bought steroids from the black market. Unfortunately, this poor guy died of acute metal poisoning. It turns out that when they analyzed his steroid that he took, it had 33 times the safe level of arsenic. So this guy bought a black market steroid that basically contained arsenic, yet no active steroid, and it killed him.
All of it sounds pretty unsettling.
Oh man, rest in peace, bro. That's not the way to go, man. I mean, look, we all are responsible for our lives. You know, there's consequences for your actions, but wow, that's not a way to go, bro. 30 what? Damn, bro, I'm only 27. I think it said 35, so he's 8 years ahead of me. Oh, that's not the way to go, bro. Life is short, man.
Besides, steroids are illegal in most countries, and the idea of buying from some random dealer or Telegram channel is enough to make most teenagers hesitate. But what if there was a legal loophole? SARMs are compounds similar to anabolic steroids, but because they're still quite new, they don't have similar regulations yet, and manufacturers have found a way to exploit this.
So the top thing is not for human consumption.
This label allows companies to sell these substances legally, whether that's in gym vending machines or online. It means they can avoid pharma-grade.
I'm not gonna lie, my boy took MK66. I didn't even know it was a SARM, but he did say he only did one cycle, but he did say it fucked him up like in different ways. I don't know if it was mentally or something.
Drug standards, and legally protects the company if you were to die.
Not for human consumption, but we'll send it to 22-year-olds so that they can make fucking edits about their use.
What was once a black market has shifted into a legal grey area, and influencers are cashing in.
The thing is, though, they're not side effect free whatsoever.
They actually do have basically the same side effects as steroids. Really?
Yet, there's no shortage of influencers selling these drugs with affiliate codes, earning a cut on every sale, or just getting overexcited about them. But where are teenage suppliers actually getting these compounds from? And should they be as confident in them as they seem? To find out, it's worth tracing the source of their supply, and it turns out it's often a far cry from the pristine labs they show in marketing photos. And it's a good reminder of how exposed people really are online, which makes today's sponsor, Incogni, pretty relevant.
Fuck your sponsor. But by the way, that is mad, because my boy took MK66. He's the one that introduced me to it. And when I say introduced, I mean like I never knew what it was. And I've never taken anything. Don't worry, guys. And when he said it, the way he described it was, oh, it just makes you eat more. So I was like, oh shit, out of everything, this is kind of cool. I might take it. But then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh, this is a SARM, bro. He underplayed it. He was like, oh yeah, nah, but you know, it just makes you. No, this is a SARM, bro. Like, yeah. But what I will say is, when I went on holiday with this guy, bro, this guy was eating mad. Bro, my boy was eating so mad. I was like, yo, I need to hop on this shit. But no, we do everything the natural way. The natural way.
This is Renvex, a steroid lab once rated amongst the top 3 in the world on online forums. But don't let the premium scientific branding fool you. Behind it was a family operation. Macaulay Dodd started taking steroids at 14. After noticing their growing popularity, his father purchased a remote farmhouse in Wales, and alongside him, they began cooking up steroids, as you do.
It's just made me shed.
Raw materials were shipped over from Chinese suppliers and
Oh my god. So you could be on a website, you could be online, you're seeing some next company you think is our lab made. No, it's just some 2 geezers in a fucking shed, bro, in fucking Wales. What the fuck, lads? Oh my god.
sweet packets to evade border control. Even producers admit the conditions are often far from sterile.
Well, I've seen some very dirty conditions. You know, smoking cigarettes over it. The ash is dropping in, it's not getting filtered. Every time you take this shit, you're risking your fucking life.
By underground standards, and before it went wrong, Renvex.
And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? What you're risking your life for, bro? What? A few likes, a few comments, a few shares? Subscribe to my YouTube? A few subscriptions? Nah, bro. Like, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. What's that German gym influencer guy? The one that died? His name's Joey. Bro, when he passed away, Joey Aesthetic? Bro, when he passed away, I was like, yo, come on, guy. Like, we have to stop this now. Bro, he was like the most friendliest, most aesthetic looking, most cool gym influencers out of them all. But yeah,
was considered one of the better ones.
bro.
After all, they were making the steroids and then selling them to other smaller dealers, so their reputation was important. But underground labs are fragile. If customs seize a shipment, a batch goes wrong, or the police get involved, the operation can disappear overnight. Some labs simply rebrand and relaunch, others vanish completely, leaving thousands scrambling for a new source. And make no mistake, when dealing with steroid labs as an inexperienced teenager, there's some very real contamination risk.
Yo, where'd you learn to do steroids? Sorry, I just had to, like, what? Because those guys didn't look like they passed science, bro. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
Risks.
No fucking teenage boy anywhere in this fucking world needs to be taking anabolic steroids. Unless they've got a real medical issue.
There's a lot
Hashtag Jack's fit.
that can go wrong before the product even reaches the user.
But it doesn't concern you that people might take something you've made and it could damage their body or potentially kill them.
It doesn't bother me, that.
But even when the product is legit, teenage steroid use comes with very real side effects, the kind that influencers avoid talking about because they're uncomfortable and not good for business.
Bro! My nipples are literally lactating.
Yo, I thought I've seen it all. I thought I've seen it all. Fuck off, mate. You're having a laugh. Bro, I'm glad I stayed natural. I'm glad I stayed natural. Are you mad? Imagine I start fucking producing fucking titty milk. Are you fucking mad? Don't get me pissed off, bro. Did I just see another man laxatate? What's the word? I don't even fucking know the word. I'm so fucking baffled right now, bro. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way my fucking titties ever gonna be leaking, boy. Oh my god. No way.
If you started lactating at the nips.
Yeah, lactating. What did I say? Lactase? What did I say before? I said lactating, innit? I said lactose intolerant or something, bro. No way. Yo, my man can breastfeed, you know. Fuck off.
Would you film yourself and put it on TikTok? Probably not. It's one of the rarer side effects of steroid use. But
Chill out. Chill out. Bro, that is peak. Sorry, guys. I keep showing my physique because I'm just so proud of myself. But oh my god. Bro, imagine you work so hard and you start growing tits. Bro, fuck that shit, bro. Natural way, all the way. Don't get me pissed off, bro. What the fuck?
one of those that most people would keep to themselves. There are many side effects that teenagers need to worry about a lot more than adults.
It's not necessarily that your body can't tolerate the drugs as a, guy who's 15, like you have fresh kidneys, fresh heart, fresh everything. It's more so the developing things that haven't reached maturation that might be stunted.
Some kinds of steroids close your growth plates early. That means they'll prevent you from reaching an adult height.
Think of these steroids like a fast forward button. They can...
Nah, yo, guys, no. To any young guy watching this, please don't take steroids. You don't ever want to stop your growth. Come on, bro. Come on. I luckily... No, I was going to say some fucked... I was going to say I luckily reached 6 foot. Look, it doesn't matter about your height. If you're 5'8", 5'5", 5'9", it doesn't matter, okay? You're loved no matter what. Everyone's special in their own way. We're all special in our own ways, man. You don't have to be tall in life. Fuck it. Who cares about this shit? Okay, forget my comment.
Speed up your initial growth, but this growth will usually stop earlier, leaving you shorter than you would have been without them.
That's peak.
And if you start taking it when you're 16, you're probably going to be a shorter king than you ended up with your genetics.
But this fast-paced growth doesn't only affect growth plates. Have you ever noticed how many of the gym horror injuries involve enhanced lifters? That's likely not a coincidence. Steroids
Why did you show
make
it
muscles
twice?
stronger, faster than tendons can adapt, while also stiffening connective tissue by disrupting collagen balance. This is why things can be more likely to snap. And for teenagers whose tendons are still developing, the risk is even higher. But what about the more likely side effects?
Do you suffer with it?
That is peak. So your muscles are growing quicker than your tendons are. Your tendons are not catching up. So you're more likely to... Oh, that's peak, bro. Wait, so does this mean that when someone has a gym accident, they're more likely to be on the juice?
Hey yo, let's talk about gyno real quick.
Gynecomastia refers to the increase of breast tissue in men, or what's jokingly called
Gyno, the lady nip.
what might be a funny name is not a very fun problem. Gyno is caused by an imbalance between estrogen
Imagine
and
having
testosterone.
titties.
And while it can occur naturally, it's far more common and severe with PED abuse.
Girls like gorillas, so I had to become one. And gorillas have gyno, bro.
But gyno is only the beginning. Steroids dramatically increase oil production, making acne a common consequence.
Irreversible back.
Bro, this guy, he looks like Mars. He looks like a pink Mars or something, bro. Oh my god. Yo, his back looks like every road in the UK, bro. Because no one's fixing them potholes. Oh my fucking god. Yo. Oh my god, what happened to his back?
Backney scars that he's going to have to live with for the rest of his life.
As a teenager, Dave was massively into the gym. The guy looked sick, but then he made the decision to jump on anabolics, and it didn't go to plan. What Dave didn't know is his body would react very badly to these substances. His entire body started breaking out.
Genuinely, the best way I can describe it is like being tortured, like 24 hours a day for months.
In teenagers, severe acne isn't just
Bro, I'm starting to feel sorry for these guys, man. For these lads. We're all young, or we've all been young once. We're all men. You know, we've all had our ups and downs. We made mistakes, but you know, I think we can all agree that before we pass in this one life that we have, we want to make sure it's a good one, a happy one. And you know, someone saying that it feels like being tortured for 24 hours of his life. I'm sure it's not a happy life at that point of his life. I'm sure he's off the steroids, and I'm sure he's happy now, hopefully. But I feel sorry for these young guys, man. It. Sometimes I think, why? How is life so different to when I was younger? Because the thing is, when I was like 16, what was the year? 2014, 2015, when I was 16. So like the internet, the phones, you know, it was all still advanced. I could have been on my phone and watching videos and been addicted to the wrong things and whatnot, or fell into the wrong community or group. But I don't know. I don't know if it's me or technology wasn't advanced as it was. There was no TikTok. There was no people just. I don't think streaming was big. People weren't just popping off just from clips. You know what I mean? Like life was very different. But I don't know life is so different now, where people are like clout chasing and they feel like they have to do what they need to do, which is take steroids. But I genuinely feel sorry for these guys, man. These young men.
Cosmetic. It's strongly linked to depression, low self-esteem, and poor body image. And steroids don't only cause unwanted growth, but shrinkage too.
Especially when you're getting...
I just want to say, I keep comparing my physique to other people, and even I've got body dysmorphia, just a little bit sometimes, like 10%. So I can't even imagine what these motherfuckers have got, bro.
Into the realm of, like even your development.
They can shut down the production of testosterone that your body makes. And as a result, your natural hormones crash.
And my balls have shrunk 20 to 30%.
Which can lead to infertility and a dependence on these drugs for the rest of your life. But that's not all.
It's colloquially termed DECA is erectile dysfunction.
Steroids can either skyrocket or completely destroy sex drive. Some will lose all libido, while others experience the complete opposite.
They will have insatiable libidos, which is a pretty typical outcome, but often this leads to a diversion in sexual appetite through increasing escalation of like intense and extreme pornography to achieve that dopamine hit. It's pretty wild.
They're not claiming that teenage steroid use will turn you into a sexually deviant hobbit with 20 balls and a lactation issue. But side effects are far harder to navigate as a teenager. And we still haven't touched on the deadliest one, the effect they can have on the heart. Just like other muscles, the heart grows, which can lead to heart attacks or cardiac arrest. There's been cases where teenagers have died before making it into adulthood. But generally, the longer the use, the greater the risks. I just couldn't understand how teenagers, who simply haven't had the time to understand the biological complexity of what they're shooting up, could have these side effects only to inject the same stuff causing them the next day. Then I spent some more time in the chats and realized the mental side effects of stopping can be even worse than the physical. We first noticed this problem in the group chat. A teenager sent a message after his parents had found his steroid stash and thrown it away. No post-cycle therapy. He was to quit cold turkey Without PCT, testosterone can remain dangerously low, bringing severe fatigue, depression, and mental health crashes. The 16-year-old lashes out. He called his parents retards and threatened to scare them, because in his mind, they think that a dead son is better than one without steroids. This isn't hypothetical, it's perhaps similar for how it ended for Taylor Houghton. He started taking steroids at 17 in an attempt to make the varsity baseball team, but after experiencing some of the many common side effects of steroids, his family found out about his use and he was made to quit. Instead of making the team, Taylor was grounded. He went to his room, and it was the last time anyone saw him alive. Steroid withdrawals were suspected to have played a role. The last few years have seen a sharp rise in teen mental health issues. In 2025, 1 in 7 aged 10 to 19 experienced a mental disorder. Depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and behavioral issues.
Bro, I had all this shit when I was young, when I was in my teenage years, so I can't even imagine taking fucking steroids and amplifying that fuck. Oh my god, bro. I just want to know what these young guys are going through, bro, because my head was already scrambled when I was young. Never mind this, bro. Oh my fucking god.
And now so widespread, it's called the youth mental health crisis. Now add anabolic steroids to that mix. Steroids don't just affect muscles, they alter brain chemistry and structure, including regions responsible for mood, impulse control, and behavior.
Anxiety, like you would not believe. Every day that I'm on high doses, I wake up in the morning afraid of the rest of my day.
We can't claim clear causation. It's possible people already struggling are more likely to use steroids. But steroids don't just change how teens see others, they change how they see themselves. Some users claim massive psychological benefits.
If steroids didn't make me more jacked, I would still take them just because of how it affects me mentally.
If you're depressed, just take steroids.
But as with most drugs, what goes up must come down. Body dysmorphia and low self-esteem are often what drives teens to steroids in the first place. The goal is confidence, and the result is usually the opposite.
Even if I catch myself in the mirror, sometimes it'll just ruin my whole day if I don't look the way I want to look.
Teenagers usually care more about social validation, with the area of the brain that calculates risk still being underdeveloped. The constant exposure to unrealistic bodies online lowers self-esteem and fuels comparison. Steroids feel like a shortcut out of that loop, but trying to fix insecurity by getting bigger is like putting premium fuel into a car with flat tires.
I've never had so much body dysmorphia in my life. I was definitely happier as a natural.
I agree that a lot of us have a hard time being satisfied, but what you're suggesting is far more prominent among steroid users. These are the guys who have the most body dysmorphia.
Once steroid use becomes the solution, they become a crutch.
And like the addiction part of this, it's a very addictive thing.
There's this trend on social media of a young guy with the caption, "One cycle won't hurt," only for it to cut to a gargantuan, almost unrecognizable person after they ramped up their doses. It can turn into a slippery slope. It's just concerning to see a young guy celebrating.
This has to be literally a representation of why you should not fucking take this shit. 21! Fucking hell, he's jacked, okay, fair enough, but I don't think I had to... Is that hospital or is that his house? I don't know, but I definitely wasn't at the hospital at the age of 21.
His 21st birthday, hooked up to an oxygen mask. Only more teenagers seem to be taking to forums to ask questions about starting PEDs. Once, taking steroids as a 15-year-old was shocking enough to warrant a BBC documentary. That's not so much the case today, which is sad to see, because the truth is, very few people actually become successful because of their physiques, and even fewer turn it into a lifelong career. The ones who do seem like proof that steroids equate to success, but that's survivorship bias. We only see the outliers who made it, not the hundreds of thousands who jumped on gear at a young age but didn't.
If you have good genetics, and if you train hard, and if you eat well, you can go really far with it. But I promise you, there is a very small minority of people who fit that category, and most likely it isn't you.
You'll rarely see stories like, "I abused anabolic steroids and it ruined my entire life," or "ruined my hormonal system" at 17 to 19 years old. They do exist, but they're painful, embarrassing.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. It's these stories that don't blow up. It's these stories that don't make someone famous. And of course, it shouldn't really. Like, I actually watch Sam Sulek's videos. I wouldn't go on YouTube to watch whoever wrote that Reddit story. Most likely I wouldn't. I probably will, actually, if it was like a well edited video, or at least, I don't know, like sometimes I'll just watch a video of someone just sat in front of the camera, so it doesn't have to be well edited. But yeah, I won't lie, like I would rather watch the Sam Tulip video than these whatever that guy just posted on Reddit. But it is that stuff that needs to start blowing up. That's the main gist of this whole thing.
And don't fit the social media highlight reel. Most steroid users don't end up looking like the people who influence them. Many will look natural. Ironically, top natural bodybuilders often get accused of steroids far more than people who are actually on them.
Yeah, if you do things right, and you have the genetics and the training and all those things over a decade or more, you're gonna mug most steroid users.
A kid who just wants to look better, feel fitter, and be more confident doesn't need to know how to inject themselves. They need to hear that they still have years of natural potential ahead of them.
Stay fucking natural.
Because the world of teenagers abusing steroids is a dark one, and it's important to understand that before you step inside.
Thank you very much for tuning into another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're not gonna fucking take steroids. Like the video concluded, look, stay natural, keep everything natural, keep your heart natural, keep your balls natural, keep it all nice and juicy. Don't lose any of that spunk. Don't have to rely on some fucking, you know, extra things in the rest of your life that you have to keep taking. Fuck all that shit, bro. Okay? Listen, I can't wait when I'm like, I've already said this, but I can't wait when I'm like 30 or 40 and I'm looking at these guys, they're all on medicine, they're all on like kind of fucked up, hurtful knees. The tendons are all hurting because they couldn't catch up to the muscles, and now they're all, body's all aching. Bro, I'm gonna be in there. They're gonna be like, yo, how old are you? 25? I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm like 35, I'm like 40. But yeah, anyway, take care, guys. Good night, and yeah.